Welcome back. Common mistakes. Um, let's get started. But what we've got today is we're going to see what is correct. The only difference is that the way that it is used, the way you use it, that this is wrong. Instead of this, use it this way. But it is correct. Only that the meaning changes to something else. Take, for example, to say I'm at school, it is correct. The only thing is that this is British. So using the preposition at here, or it's just correct to say I am at school, but you know that this is British. Here too, I am in instead of at. I'm in school. This is American. It is correct. So you don't say to someone, why did you say I am at school? Or why did you say I'm school? You know that if you say I am at British, I am in American. Good. Then here, head teacher. This does not mean that if someone is the head of a primary or nursery is called the head. No, it is just so that if you say head teacher, you're using the British way. Then if you say principal, that is American. It does not mean that someone who is the head of a secondary school is called a principal, while someone being the head of a nursery or primary is called a head teacher. So head teacher, British, principal, American. A very simple thing. Like I told you at the beginning, today we are dealing with what is correct, expressions that are correct, but just the difference you have in the meaning. Then the word pupil. Now, I should say that there are people who think that if someone is studying at the nursery level, that is nursery 1, 2, 3, and so on, that should be called a pupil. And that if the learner is in primary, then or maybe secondary should not be called a pupil. What should be understood is that first of all, pupil, the word pupil used as someone who is learning is used by the British, and as you can see, becoming old fashioned. That is not, it's not that used now. Let's see here, a student, someone who is studying in college or university. Let me make it better. Someone who is studying in, so like someone is in nursery 1, nursery 2, primary 1, it's better to call them a student, as in a student. Primary, nursery, secondary, student is better. The pupil, you remember that British and it's not, it's becoming old fashioned. But the difference you should also remember is normally someone who is studying at university or college, we don't give them the name pupil. So if you're studying at university, normally is what? A student. But like I said earlier, it should not be considered that if you are in nursery 1, it should be called a pupil. Now it should be called a student. It's even what is preferred, as you can see. Someone is in nursery 1, call them a student. Primary student, secondary student. The people You only remember that if you heard people, British people use it, and now the better thing to use is a student. So if someone is in nursery one, call them a student. Is the correct thing. It's even the better, the the preferred one. Then here, as you can see, I'm not your mate. That is, you say, meaning that if the person is 5 years old, that you are not 5 years old. If the person like is 10 years old, you are not 10 years old. The word mate, like I have used it here, that's not what it means. Because if you say that, this is just what you're saying. I'm not your friend, because the word mate has the meaning of being a friend and has the meaning of being a spouse, that is a husband or a wife. And you can use it for animals, that is a sexual partner for an animal. So I'm not, he is my mate, that is, he is my friend. She is my mate, that is, she is my wife. He is my mate, that is, he is my husband, depending on how you use it. In that case, instead of you to use I'm not your mate when you mean that your the ages are not the same. He is 5, you are 5. That is not correct. That is not what you mean to say. Just use, or what you use is use age mate. That is um if you are 5, like I'm telling you, I am 7'10", so there is a difference between me and you. So I'm not your mate. Use it, change it to I am not your age mate. But I like I said earlier, or like I normally tell you, today we are dealing with correct expressions or correct words, only that the meaning differs. The meaning is different. Mate, I'm not your mate. That does not mean that our ages are not the same. What you are saying is that you are not the person's friend, or you are not the person's wife or husband. You are not the person's husband. In that case, what you use is age mate. Okay? Then, until tomorrow. This is just what? Till tomorrow. Because until they're the same thing. Until when? Until tomorrow. Till when? Till tomorrow. Simple. On bet. Sometimes people ask, should I say on bet or not? It is correct. Only that when you use on bet, what you're saying is what on the top of the covers of the bed. So you are on the top. Then in bed, if here on you are on top of the covers, here in bed you are what? Under them. It's very simple. I'm on bed, correct. I'm in bed, correct. But you have a difference in the meaning. Good. Then I hope the topic is very great. I think is just the last example that remains now. Or maybe yes, two I think. Sitting on the chair. Yes, you can use the preposition on for chair. I'm sitting on a chair. He's sitting on the chair. Is correct. And you can use sitting in the chair. He was sitting in the chair. The difference is that if you use in, you mean the chair is an armchair. So for an armchair, you use in. Then ordinary chair, you use on. It's very simple. Then our last example, this is drinking water. Drinking water is correct to say. It just means what? Water that you can drink, that is okay to drink. It contains no germs, I should say. It is okay, it is suitable for you to take. So very simple. That was it, the topic. I hope that was awesome. And then until next time.